On va terminer le stream avec un peu de Dwarves. Alors, Dwarves, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un RPG qui se veut aussi spécialisé dans les combats de foule, on va dire. Vous allez le voir assez rapidement. C'est un projet que j'ai backé sur Kickstarter il y a de ça un bout de temps. C'est également pas la première fois qu'on y joue. Parce que j'avais déjà fait un stream dessus, je crois que c'était au mois de décembre. Lorsqu'il était sorti, décembre 2016. Et lorsque le jeu est sorti, il était relativement buggé, notamment sur la machine, et il faisait que de planter avec ma carte graphique, ce qui fait que je l'ai complètement mis à l'abandon. Et depuis, le jeu a été patché, comme vous pouvez le voir, j'ai également changé de matériel, donc je me suis dit que ça serait l'occasion de démarrer un let's play dessus. C'est pas un jeu extrêmement long à finir de ce que j'ai compris, et puis c'est un jeu que j'ai backé, donc j'aimerais bien le faire quand même, et voir un peu ce que ça vaut. Donc on va démarrer une nouvelle campagne. Pas de niveau de difficulté. Alors le jeu est basé sur... bon, je te dirai après ce qu'il y en a. Je vais me taire.
Against orcs, ogres, and all the other beasts of Tior. We are the guardians of Girdlegard. We are the children of the divine smith. We are the Dwarves.
Les nains. Donc oui, ce que je voulais dire avant qu'on démarre, c'est que c'est un jeu qui est inspiré des différents romans qui sont sortis, les nains, qui ont été écrits par Marcus Heitz, je crois qu'il s'appelle, donc c'est allemand. Et d'ailleurs c'est pour ça qu'il est également possible de mettre le jeu en allemand. Personnellement, j'ai étudié l'allemand, je parle encore allemand, mais malgré tout ce n'est pas une langue que j'apprécie particulièrement dans les jeux vidéo, donc j'ai mis en anglais, hein, vous m'en voudrez pas. Donc on va redécouvrir tout ça, comme je vous dis, j'y ai pas joué depuis la dernière fois. Alors on peut mettre le jeu en tout moment en appuyant sur barre d'espace, barre d'espacement pardon, parce que barre d'espace ça n'existe plus visiblement. Comme le dit Edith Morgul, n'hésitez pas à lire les romans, je les ai pas lus mais j'en ai entendu que du très bien. Allez c'est parti. Cliquez sur attaque en sautant dans le coin inférieur gauche de l'écran. Ou appuyez sur la touche E, ce qui est beaucoup mieux. Allez, Géronimo! Hop là. Donc il y a des attaques spéciales. Toi, tu vas prendre un gros coup. Voilà. Ça commence, c'est assez intense là, hein, comme vous pouvez voir. Bon, on va faire un peu de passage. Quoique m'isoler, c'est peut-être pas une bonne idée non plus. Voilà. Puis-je passer de l'autre côté? Voilà. Si. Et le centre qui dit ça sent le jeu subtil. Ouais, au début c'est pas très subtil. Hein. Alors, il y a un coffre avec des grenades. Il y a des alliés, elle est pas... Allez. Non, vous voulez pas vous pousser? Écoute, on va sauter, c'est pas grave. Moniver qui demande si après c'est subtil. Oui, après c'est quand même plus subtil. Alors, boum, petite grenade. Non, c'est ça, j'ai mis le clavier en anglais. J'ai mis le clavier en QWERTY parce qu'en AZERTY ça le fait pas super. Voilà. Parfait. Ah, je suis à terre. Il y a du friendly fire, je m'en souvenais plus ça. En même temps, c'est logique. Parfait. On meurt.
My king! What are you doing here?
Giselbert I, the father of the Fifthling clan, has not been on the front line of battle against the creatures of Tion for many cycles. The king surveys the battlefield and the defenders with a grave expression.
We are too few.
This you know as well as he does. But there will be no reinforcements arriving. Hundreds of brave warriors lie inside the fortress dying. The illness is running rampant. It brings weakness and death.
Stay at your posts. Be as steadfast as the granite of which we are made. Nothing can break us. Vrakas is with us.
Vrakas. Alors, vous pouvez passer d'un personnage à un autre en appuyant sur tabulation. On va jouer avec le roi un peu.
It will be so. For Vrakas.
Oh, il est gros vilain à l'arrière. Ça c'est plutôt efficace. Bien ton marteau. Ouf, on va leur donner un peu de vie à tout le monde. Voilà. Allez, on va le voir. Voilà. J'ai mis les projets sur le côté. Ok. Si je t'étourdissais, toi. Tu fais assez mal. On avance, gentiment. Oh, c'est tellement efficace ça. Tu fais des dégâts et tu projettes des ennemis sur le côté. Vas-y, recommence. Ah, je crois que j'ai projeté un nain aussi. C'est pas très grave. Tu mets trop de force dans ton arme, mec. Vas-y, on va en faire une couche. Hop là. Mais oui, pour l'instant, c'est pas très subtil. Hein. Ceux qui se souviennent du stream que j'avais fait, ça change un peu après. Je crois qu'il faut que j'aille buter les catapultes. On va reprendre notre pote qui peut se jeter dans la mêlée. Allez, dégagez. Vous aussi. Ils font pas très mal les grenades en fait. Hein. Il fait très mal avec sa hache, mais elle a pas une portée de dingue son attaque. Ce qui est un peu dommage. Hop, on va aller ici. On va casser ça. Tu es obligé de te mettre sur le côté, mais vas-y. Allez me laisser tranquille là. Parfait. C'est un fou qui dit Glandalin, c'est le petit frère de Tony Glandin. N'importe quoi.
Come here and I'll split you like a straw, you treacherous elf!
In his fury, the old king radiates a ferocious power that none of Citalia's children.
Ah, les elfes et les nains, généralement, c'est pas.
But the slight, willowy being sitting astride the shadow mare just grins down, mockingly.
You are mistaken. We are Alpha. We are here to destroy the elves.
All peace-loving beings here in Girdlegard are under our protection, and you cannot open the gate that has barred your path into Girdlegard since the creation of the world.
Not us, but perhaps one of your kind.
This cannot be. Silence, you fool! Vrakas, forgive me for what I am about to do.
Beau lancer de hache, mais c'est un peu tard.
You must hold them back until I close the gate.
Yes?
Alors. Il va falloir les retenir. Parfait. Ça se recharge assez vite notre attaque, donc on va en profiter. On va attaquer celui-là. On va attaquer celui-ci. Parfait. Ok, c'est fini. Ah non. Il en reste encore. Ah, ça c'est pas très cool.
Look at me. I am Sintheras, the reaper of your death. I will take your life, and the land will take your soul.
Get out of my sight, pointy ears, and let me delight at the closed gate a little longer.
The gate may have closed, but when you rise again from the dead by the power of the land, you will be one of us, and you will open it.
Never! My soul belongs to Vrakas.
No. Your soul now belongs to the land, and henceforth you will belong to it forever. Now die, and return. Then hand us Girdlegard.
Début de partie assez animé. 1035 cycles plus tard.
You're a perfectionist, tongue so far.
Pardon.
I've got a reputation to uphold. If you can't rely on the metalwork of a dwarf, what can you rely on?
Ok, déjà ça commence à ressembler un peu plus à RPG ici. Que puis-je faire pour toi?
What can I do for you?
For me, nothing. It's Lot Yonan. He wants to see you in his study.
In your mind, you go through all the recent incidents that might have annoyed the makers.
La voix off, elle parle un petit peu
Apart
trop
from
par
a few
contre.
little squabbles with his famuli, nothing worth mentioning happened since the incident with your beard. You nod.
Okay.
Je ferais mieux de ne pas trop faire attendre le mage.
Better not keep the Magus waiting.
See you later. There's goulash for dinner.
Alors... Regardez le tissu de cuir, vas-y. On va prendre la hache. Toujours prendre la hache. Ok. Si tu veux, mec.
This is where you swung the forge hammer for the first time 30 cycles ago. No one taught you the craft. It was enough for you to watch Lot Yonan's old smith at work. Whenever the workshop was empty, you practiced and quickly mastered the craft with ease.
Ok. Est-ce qu'il y a un truc à voir dans ma chambre avant? L'hôtel consacré à
Everything you know
Bracas.
about dwarves you learn from books. The divine smith created the dwarves, and from time to time you make him an offering of some crumbs of gold. It's the most valuable thing you have to offer Vracas. Everything you know about dwarves you learn from
Ouais,
books.
c'est bon.
The divine smith created the dwarves, and from
Regardez les
You've
figurines
worked a
de
bit
cheval.
more on Sunya's birthday present last night. The little one is crazy about horses. You, on the other hand, prefer to keep your distance unless you're fitting them with hooves. Too many legs and way too big.
Et ouais, c'est ça le problème d'être un nain. Ok, je peux pas regarder ce qu'il y a dans mon coffre. Oh non, pas du tout mon hiver, c'est pas l'hiver au Canada, mais il y a des petites allergies dans l'air. Généralement, j'en ai pas vraiment, mais...
There are apparently dwarves who have never seen the sky. And you too feel more comfortable when you have rock over your head. If only you didn't long to see more of the world, a longing that grows stronger with every year.
Soif 933 qui dit c'est toujours l'hiver au Canada. C'est faux tout ça. C'est faux, c'est faux. Il fait
There
très
was a
chaud l'été
time when
ici.
you could hardly lift the heavy hammer. Now you barely notice it anymore, and it feels like an extension.
Ok. Alors, en ce moment il fait quoi? Il fait 16 degrés? 17 degrés?
Groundling, come to the kitchen. We need you.
Jolison, a 4th degree famulus and your favorite foe among the students of magic, gives you a disparaging glance and disappears without waiting
Okay.
for your reply.
Tangdale! Quick! Or the goulash will get burnt!
You immediately recognize what the problem is. A chain running over a pulley for positioning the cauldron is detached from its mounting, and the cauldron stuck in the fireplace. It's a heavy load, and none of the famuli, who feel superior even during kitchen duty, dare do anything. They might burn their fingers, or even get a bit dirty.
Alors, regardez le berceau. Réparer le support de montage, vas-y.
It'd be a waste of goulash, and I'm hungry. Here, hold this.
Examiner soigneusement le support de
With as much
montage.
concern in your voice as you can muster, you say,
Oh no, this doesn't look good.
you're pleased to notice he's dripping with sweat.
Il a pas été cool.
I'll get you back for this, groundling.
Réparer le support.
You damned freak.
For a moment, you hope the famulus really does raise his hand to you. But then he comes to his senses and leaves the kitchen, his face bright red.
What a pair you are!
Tu m'étonnes. Il m'aime pas, je l'aime pas non plus. 50 XP remportés. Et quoi dans le berceau? Il y a un bébé, j'imagine?
I am your godfather, little one. I'll look after you just like I looked after your mother.
Little Akana grasps your calloused finger and smiles at you.
Ok.
Vegetables, bread, cheese, but the cook is not to be trifled with. Many painful knuckles have taught you that she knows how
Okay.
to handle her heavy wooden spoon, and that she may possibly have eyes in the back of her head.
Fort bien. Qu'on va lui parler.
Do you know what Lot Yonan wants?
The maid gives you an amused look. She has often accused you of making things more complicated than necessary.
Je me souvenais plus que c'était aussi narratif que ça.
Do you know what Lot Yonan wants?
The maid gives you an amused look.
Ok. Non, on va aller voir Léo Lieunan, là je sais pas comment il s'appelle.
Hey, what are you doing, groundling?
Je le chaparde de la
You're
nourriture.
still eating here? Why don't you go and get your...
Chaparder de la nourriture. Hop là. Vous voulez un peu de bouffe? C'est pas trop un problème généralement. Ok, j'imagine qu'il est là-dedans. Ouais, c'est là. C'est là-dedans.
Master Lot Yonan, Frala told me you wished to speak with me.
Ah, Tungdil, come in. There is a bag over there in the cupboard. Take it out, please. It contains artifacts belonging to my former famulus Goren. I wish to return them to him. He's in Black Saddle, 300 miles away.
300 miles? That's a long journey. Who are you going to entrust with this?
I was thinking of you.
Me?
There is no one better to take on this journey. You have acquired much knowledge. You are almost a scholar. You know more than most famuli about Girdlegard and its inhabitants. It is time for you to go out into the world and see it with your own eyes.
With pleasure.
Il regarde bizarrement le nain. Alors, il y a quoi dans le sac?
What's in the bag?
Magical devices. You better leave the bag closed if you want to avoid any accidents. Dwarves don't really like magic, and magic doesn't like you either.
Soit.
This gave us so much craftsmanship that there's no space left in our bodies for magic.
Strictly speaking, every time you've been too close to magic, it has ended in catastrophe.
Ok. Bah, je me mets immédiatement en route, vas-y.
Be on your guard. Look after the bag and don't lose it. May Palandiel be with you. And Varakas too, of course.
I'll set off immediately. I'll see you soon, Lot Yonan.
It would be better to leave, Lot.
Je peux retourner le voir. Alors, journal de quête peut-être. Ça c'est quoi? Ok, donc niveau 1. Compétence passive entêtée. Lorsque sa santé descend sous 30%, Tung Deal gagne des bonus d'armure à 2 dégâts. Ok. Attaque du forgeron. Amulette, jet de provisions, artefacts magiques. Ça c'est le menu du jeu. Je vais voir si elle peut pas me donner un peu plus de bouffe elle maintenant, vu que je m'en vais.
Hello, Frala.
Ah. Voilà. J'ai un cadeau pour toi, Frala.
Got a present for you.
You take out a symbol of protection that you've carefully made from 3 horseshoe nails.
It's not the finest jewelry in Girdlegard.
One look at Frala's face makes it clear that it doesn't matter. She glows with happiness as she takes the pendant.
For me? But why?
Salut, t'es setup sur le chat.
Because you don't see me as an oddity, and you're like a little sister to me.
You could have said, but you settle with a shrug and a crooked smile.
J'ai besoin de provisions pour parcourir
I need
300 miles.
provisions for 300 miles.
You're grinning from ear to ear. Finally, you've got the chance to see something of the world.
300? Tungdil, that's no errand. That's an epic journey. Wait, I've got just the right thing. But make sure the cook doesn't see.
I'm going to Blacksaddle to return a few things to a former apprentice in Amagus.
You pocket the rye bread, sausages, and ham.
Le pain, les saucisses et le jambon.
Few days of your journey.
Ça me paraît bien ça. Peut-être que je rencontrerai même des nains sur ma route.
Perhaps I'll even meet some dwarves on the way.
Frala throws you a cautious glance. It's a tricky subject that you can't help.
La voix off m'agace un peu, hein, je vous cache pas que...
Aren't dwarves down here? You're the only one in Ida's Lane as far as we know.
I know, but I can't just have been born out of a rock. Somewhere in the mountains, I have a clan. Maybe even a family.
Yes. Maybe.
Frala has reminded you more than once that Lot Yonan wrote to the dwarf clans and none of them were missing a dwarf boy.
I have to go. I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Ok.
I wish you the blessing of Palandial and Vrakas to protect you from all danger in your journey. Here, a talisman. Whenever you look at it, think of me.
Frala winks at you mischievously.
And of getting me a nice present.
Right. Ok, je suis équipé automatiquement de ça. Eh ben vas-y, on s'en va. J'ai une arme, j'ai de la bouffe. Je pense que ça devrait aller. Je peux pas leur parler.
How nice to see you again, Lot Yonan. It must have been an age since we last met.
Pas très rassurant, toi, hein?
Nudin, welcome. Please, sit down.
No, thank you, my friend. These are urgent matters, and I don't have much time. You must come to Leos Nudin immediately. The perished land is stirring.
Are you sure? What makes you think that?
I found out about 60 orbits ago, during a visit to the borders. Our magical barriers have weakened and become porous. The Elfar have left their land, and a huge horde of orcs have marched into Girdlegard.
Were you able to strengthen the spell with your magic?
No. I can't repair the damage alone. We need the combined power of the 6. The other 4 are already on their way here, but we need your help too.
I will set off for Parista without delay.
Oh, and as you're coming, could you also take the opportunity to bring back the things that I lent to you?
Of course. I have them already packed in a bag.
Oh, thank you. We'll be expecting you.
Ok.
Utterly blinded by the sunlight, you squeeze your eyes tightly shut after only a few steps. The time spent underground has made you so sensitive to light that you're forced to seek shelter in the shade of a mighty oak.
Ouais, la voix off, je suis pas très fan. Ok, donc on s'en va d'ici, ça c'est la carte du monde, il faut que j'aille à Noirjoux. La carte est assez grande quand même, hein. Allez, c'est parti.
You reach a small lake by a birchwood. Your feet hurt and your eyes still sting in the unaccustomed sunlight.
Tant que
But a smile spreads across your face nonetheless. You've covered a decent distance on the first day of your big journey. You pitch your camp and lie down to sleep on the hard forest floor. When you awake in the morning, your legs are stiff and achy. Trying not to feel sorry for yourself, you throw your rucksack over your shoulder. You're a dwarf, and dwarves don't complain.
Les nains ne se plaignent pas, en même temps les nains c'est le bien. Donc bon, pas s'en plaindre. Bah c'est à gauche. On va aller par là.
Around midday, with the sun high in the sky and the first beads of sweat appearing on your forehead, you see something move next to the road, a few hundred meters ahead. Some crows are pecking at something in the long grass.
Corbeau picore quelque chose dans les herbes. Suivez la route jusqu'à ce que vous voyez mieux.
When you see the blood on the ground, you try to convince yourself it's from an animal that just happened to be killed on the road by a hunter. You know this is improbable, and your hope disappears completely when you see two human bodies lying in the flattened grass.
Ok, donc là je suis repassé en vue subjective. Pas moyen d'highlighter ce qui est sur la map.
You
Cherchez
don't
par
see
ça.
any signs of a struggle in the area where the corpses are lying. Were they stabbed by a companion? A stranger could hardly have crept up on them with such sparse cover.
Ah oui.
You look down on a tall, broadly built man. He's wearing dark brown leather armor that is strengthened with iron plates. There's a sword lying next to him. Was he trying to defend himself against something? Or someone? There is no blood on the sword.
Retournez le corps.
There are some narrow stab wounds in the man's chest. The cuts are too big to have been made by arrows, but too small for sword wounds. A slender man lies in front of you, dressed in an expensive robe. It is in the colors of Turgur the Fair-Faced, one of the 6 magi. The dead man must be one of Turgur's famuli. You don't
C'est
see any
famuli.
wounds.
Vous ne voyez aucune blessure. Vas-y, retourne le corps.
The man has the same incisions. It's clear that both men were killed by the same weapon.
Ok.
But what that weapon might be, you cannot say.
Et 25 d'XP pour ça, fort bien.
A rucksack that probably belonged to one of the dead. It seems to have been searched and then thrown away carelessly.
Vas-y, on va le fouiller.
You find a few implements, some provisions, and a map. A route is drawn on it from Parista, Nudin's capital.
C'est noté
to
Ken Browning.
Falls.
Je vais faire une micro-pause dans pas longtemps.
You s-
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Enterrez les morts puis poursuivez votre chemin. Enterrons les morts, enterrons les morts. Un peu de respect.
It's time-consuming and strenuous work digging shallow graves in the ground with a stick
Oh,
and covering the corpses with a few
Ok.
stones. But it
Ça
should at least keep
fatigue.
the crows from their feasting for a while. You continue on your way so as to put a few more miles between you and your grisly find before night falls.
vas-y, on va aller à la ferme.
As the gable end of a small farmhouse and a barn appear from behind a hilltop, you hear the loud cries of children at play.
Ok.
A girl runs along the path laughing, followed by a small boy with a big... The boy is trying to catch up his sister with a determined look on his face, but is finding it difficult to keep his short legs under control on the uneven
Fort bien,
path.
fort bien. Restez où vous êtes et observez ce qui se passe.
The boy trips and falls to the ground with a bump. Before the girl can reach him to help, he picks himself up and grabs the stick to continue the chase. In doing so, he catches a glimpse of you, and his eyes grow wide. All he manages to say is, "There," as he points towards you with
Okay.
a chubby little finger. Now the girl has turned to face you too. Before you can say a word, she lifts her little brother up into her arms.
Elle s'enfuit
and
en
runs
direction de la
screaming.
ferme. Donc je leur ai fait peur.
Without rushing, You follow the children to the farmhouse, into which they've disappeared. After a few moments, they reappear, accompanied by their parents. Their father is a thick-set man with grey hair.
I am Opatia. This is my wife, Remsa.
The blonde woman nods a greeting almost
C'est pas vraiment
imperceptibly
blonde, mais bon, ok.
and clasps her daughter tightly to her. She looks you over with an anxious expression.
Quoi, parce que je suis un an encore?
My name is Tungdal.
You try to make your voice sound as harmless as possible.
Votre épouse semble inquiète.
I'm sorry if I scared your wife and children.
The man waves dismissively.
No, no. It's just that my fair woman is especially jumpy these days.
The orcs have been spotted near Calmstead. You should take it more seriously.
The farmer's wife clutches her daughter even tighter before the girl finally protests.
Il y a des orques près de
The boy
Bellman.
steps
C'est où
forward
Bellman?
excitedly and cuts the air with his stick.
If strangers come, we're supposed to run away, but I can hit them too.
Opatia pats
Alors,
his
vachement
son on the
convaincant, le
head,
gamin.
laughing.
We're safe. The orcs have no reason to come so far north.
Ok, si les orques se trouvent dans les parages, vous devriez probablement vous mettre à l'abri.
Wouldn't it be better to move to one of the bigger villages if there are orcs around?
The farm is our livelihood. We can't just leave the
Okay.
place. The fields don't look after themselves. King Tilligorn's cavalry will take care of the orcs, or Lord Yonan and his magi.
But the cavalry can't be everywhere at once. Even a handful of orcs would be enough to finish us.
Once the seeds are planted, I'll build the hideaway, just as you wish. But what use is a hideaway if we've nothing to eat in the autumn?
Ok. Vous devriez construire votre refuge immédiatement afin de pouvoir vous protéger des orques.
There are orcs in the area, then you shouldn't waste any time. Build that hideaway.
The dwarf is right.
Remsa gives you a thankful smile before turning to her husband.
We'll take care of the other problems when we come to them. The most important thing is that we're safe.
Opatia stays silent for a moment, a gloomy expression on his face, before shrugging his shoulders.
All right then. Dwarves do know best when it comes to orcs.
Alors, avez-vous passé 2 voyageurs ici ces derniers jours?
Over the last few days, have you seen 2 travelers?
Opatia looks at his wife.
Pourquoi
but she
cette
shakes her
question?
head.
J'ai trouvé leur corps à une bonne journée de marche
I
d'ici.
found them.
Dead bodies.
She hastily covers
C'était
her
des
son's
orques.
ears.
Remsa, what would orcs be doing up here? It was probably just bandits.
You bid farewell and set off on your way. The children follow you for a while before saying their goodbyes in love.
Ok, donc c'est juste, ça servait à ça? J'ai gagné de l'XP, mais... Ok. Je peux sauvegarder, au fait. La partie était sauvegardée.
You look down on a large village on the banks of the Warder.
Je vais peut-être arrêter la voix off et lire le texte moi-même, parce que...
A wooden bridge spans the fast-flowing water. A huge wooden palisade has been erected to protect the village from attack.
Alors, voyez un village en contrebas. Suivre le chemin jusqu'à la porte.
The guards on the palisade are watching you. Their armor looks well cared for and well made.
Ok.
The smith who made them knew what he was doing. You conclude that the men depend on the protection the armor offers and aren't just wearing them to look good. They're certainly not villagers.
Ok, je vais faire une micro-pause de 20 secondes juste pour mettre l'overlay et couper la vidéo en deux. Et on reprend juste après. A tout de suite.